Good morning. Good morning. Hioho, Mitakiape, Avrilcordova, Machiape, Malakota, and Tas Pueblo. My Ina or my Ka is Patricia Crow Cordova. My Dama is Joseph Conquilla Cordova. I am sixth generation from Chief Red Cloud. I'm the owner operator of AC and Associates, and we're super excited that you can be here. Good morning, relatives. Good morning. So today is August 11th, and Pukuu Wellness Hour would like to welcome you to an amazing show. We're so excited that you can be here, to take the time to visit with us, to commune with us, to laugh with us, to laugh at us. We're a crazy bunch here, so I'm going to bring on the craziness that makes this happen, the handsome, the always ready for anything kind of guy. He's the big deal at Pukuu Wellness, Pukuu Cultural Community Services, and that is Eric Boo 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 Sanchez. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, so take this out. Howdy.
Howdy.
How's it going?
It's going great. I love your attire, the mask, the shirt. See you at the gathering soon. If you guys haven't already received yours, you should start registering with us. If you haven't had a chance to register today for this event, there is still time. We do give out, what do we give out, Eric?
You mean our wonderful raffles?
Yes.
Oh, well, today we will be having 7 Amazon gift cards and 7 Target gift cards. $25 each.
Yes, and it's electronic. So we are going to send it to you a couple days after the show. And you can register right here. Register for today's event at bit.ly Pukuu Wellness, August 11th. Yay! So,
Boo,
boo, boo, boo.
boo.
Boo, boo, boo.
Okay.
So again, there's still time to register. We have some amazing guests, which include Jeremy Fields of Thrive Unltd and his wife, Carrie Castro, who is an amazing individual of Tichin Youth Empowerment group. And today we are so excited that they're going to be bringing us information, different things that are happening in communities. Who's ready for a virtual community and some great information and traditional teachings? Let's see those hearts, those likes. Let us know in the comments where you're checking in from. We do want to make sure that you guys have a great time. We have our moderator in the background that's going to be popping up information. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Eric so he can introduce himself and introduce the work that Pukuu and collaboration. So here you go, Eric. It's all you.
Thank you. Thank you, Avril. Hello, everyone. My name is Eric Sanchez, as I mentioned. I am the Executive Director for Pukuu Cultural Community Services. I'm Navajo and Mexican, and I've had the honor of playing some sort of role with Pukuu since I think about 2009, around there. It's been a while. I've been a volunteer, I've been a board member, and now I'm Executive Director staff. So it's been quite a roller coaster ride, so to speak. And, Pukuu has a lot of things that it does and a lot of different facets and features. But I always like to think of Pukuu as something that's very much rooted in the community, rooted in the needs of the community, rooted in social justice work, activism, and making sure that we are meeting the needs of our constituents, making sure that we are reactive to what's taking place in the community, listening to all of you, and of course, making sure that we are addressing wellness issues, pandemic issues, making sure that the health and welfare of our community is always being front and center, our priority. So Pukuu has been, actually this year we'll be celebrating 50 years of Pukuu. Yeah, it's 50 years. It's been a while, half a century. We'll also be celebrating our 17th annual Night with the Stars Gala fundraiser. Yes, it still is happening. Um, Hopefully, tentatively, it will be November 12th, which is a Friday. And I have a feeling a certain individual, not myself, will be honored at this particular gala fundraiser. Well, you will have to wait to hear more details as we come along. But we do have some wonderful honorees that we have selected, or the committee has selected, I should say. And we are looking forward to having a safe event, an event that, well, I'll just say, I think Miss Avril Cordova will be one of our honorees. Hey, hey, hey. Which we are really excited about and honored that we can honor someone who has been such a driving force for one of our main programs, which is our Pukuu Wellness Hour. It's been our way of reaching out to the community and having programming, right? Because during the pandemic, we couldn't really have in-person events. We couldn't really do anything where we brought people together physically because it was really important to keep everyone, isolated or quarantined in a way, or just to uh, so that we're not spreading the COVID-19 around, right? But this is our answer to it. Let's have virtual community. Let's have virtual programming. Let's try to do events that we can offer to the community that from the safety of their own home, and yet still feel like they're connected not only to us but to one another. Um, and so we have other programs, other things that we do. And good morning to everyone. We have you'll hear from one of our other main programs, our Teaching Youth Empowerment Program, Miss Carrie Castro, our program coordinator. We have scholarships that are available to Native students. You can apply today. I highly encourage people to apply as soon as possible. And to make sure your applications are as complete as possible, just check out our website, www.pukuu.org, to apply. There you go, apply today. We've had this out since July, and I can say at the moment we don't have too many applicants. So, we're talking $1,000 here, and we have a number of scholarships. So please apply, and make sure that if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a buzz, especially about the scholarship, what it takes to complete it. And it's not really too intense. It's just an application. Some files like your information from your school, coursework, and that kind of stuff. So I think it's just a matter of following the directions, and you'll be set. We have our Haramakna American Indian Cultural Center up in the mountains, open every weekend. Please check it out. I know that it's a great place to get away from, the hubbub of all our crazy life here in the city, and go up to the mountains. And definitely, you will be away from things because your cell phone won't work. Which sometimes that's not bad. You got that's a way of just getting away and enjoying nature and checking out the forests and going on a hike. We're learning more about how the mountains were utilized and continue to be utilized by Native people since time immemorial, as well as in the present day. And we highly encourage folks to check it out off Highway 2. We have other programs like OSIS, a one-stop emergency service program. You can get help and assistance should you need it to help pay for rents, utilities, clothing, transportation, food, school supplies, a whole host of different things that you can get support on. And we have wonderful staff here ready to help and assist you so that you can get whatever assistance that you need as soon as possible. So please check out our OSIS program, One Stop Emergency Service. And even though it says One Stop Emergency Service, there's a potential to get more than one, multiple services, right? Or to come back the next month because we do have extra funding. Thank the Creator from our supporters in the county, and we're really thankful for that support. We have our Youth Health Leadership Program. It's one of our newest programs, and it helps to connect our youth to civic engagement, helping them to train our newest leaders in different, ideas of what it means to be a leader. There's different ways to be a leader. It doesn't always have to be front and center, on the microphone, rallying the troops. It can't be somebody in the back helping to talk to people one-on-one. It can be people who use their culture as a means of social activism, right? And I think we're going to see some of that today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's great that we offer various pathways that folks can follow on their own, right? There's no one way to do things, and I think that's what we're trying to teach folks, especially our youth who are already leaders, and we want to just help them to learn more about their capabilities, their capacity, and hopefully feel more empowered, right? And that's what we always hope to achieve is empowerment for our staff, for our youth, for our clients, for everyone here who's participating in our Pukuu Wellness Hour. Folks to feel empowered, even during this pandemic. Feel empowered to protect your community. Feel empowered to connect in whatever means that you can in a safe way. And of course, we do so also through coalition, through working with others and partnership. Pukuu cannot do these things alone. So that's why we turn to the wonderful folks at AC and Associates to assist us in making the dream come to reality. And we have powers.com, we have UAII, and we have Indian News, right? Or Native News, right?
Native News.
Native News. I'm a new name. Jennifer started a whole different division. There's other partners and groups who work with Indigenous Circles of Wellness, and we have folks in the Valley, different organizations that we partner with. For example, we're going to be having our food distribution event tomorrow, and that is possible through partnerships with the Valley Presbyterian Hospital, right? And that's great, and we hope folks can come to that and get some food packet that tomorrow. It'll be available in the afternoon, and we hope folks will be able to really utilize those items for their home and for their well-being. And but again, we couldn't do all of the work that we do without partnership, and especially one of our main partners, the Fernando Daniel Tatavian Band of Mission Indians, who helped to found Pukuu. Continue to play a great central role in the things that we do. The tribe is definitely a leading innovator and force to be reckoned with here in LA County and beyond. And we do hope that folks recognize their contributions both in even the formation of the city of LA that we live in, as well as present day. Here we are, and the tribe continues to be play various unique roles in the work that we do. So if you'd like more information, please check out the website for the Fernando Daniel Tataviam Band of Mission Indians, www.tataviam, I think it's a dash, nsn.us. And you can learn more about the history, the present areas that the tribe is focused on, and hopefully a little bit about the future. There's a lot of great things that are going to be taking place, both for Pukuu and for the tribe. And we're glad to be part of such a long history and continuing legacy. Oh, spin that wheel.
Yes, thank you, Eric, for all of that great information. There's a lot of people, like Eric was saying, that take part in this, not only like here on the screen, but there's so many people in the background that help us make this happen. Shout out to Jessica, my girl, who's at the office now taking care of different things.
Jessica,
and Stephanie, our moderator, who's here for Evelyn today. Thank you to everyone. Robin, there's so many different people that make this happen. So ta'a pilamayaye gracias atiehet. Thank you so much for all of your help, and for you as well. Just being here, checking in, wanting to see what's going on in community. We appreciate you. And the way that we want to give back is by spinning that wheel. Woo! So we got a lot of great prizes. such as $25 Amazon gift card to $25 gift card to Amazon. So remember, if you are a Amazon shopper, sign up through Amazon Smiles and pick Pukuu Cultural Community Services for your nonprofit of choice, and a couple of cents for each dollar that you spend on Amazon Smiles will go back to Pukuu. So we also have Amazon gift cards and Target gift cards. Who likes to shop at the red dot, the bullet?
It's pretty, it's good.
Well, you know, one of the
Target myself.
One of the things that I like about Target now is the pickup. I mean, COVID has brought a lot of different things for us, good and bad. Good being the show, Target also being from the safety of your car to pick up your groceries. There's no limit. This isn't sponsored by Target, not yet, but we want to. I just want to keep our community safe in every possible way. So again, we're going to go ahead and spin a wheel. If you've registered for today's event at bit.ly Pukuu Wellness August 11th, you are in our wheel. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Eric, are you ready to dance with me?
Yes.
Okay. Yay. Okay, here we go. You can see that, right?
I can see it. I can't hear anything.
I haven't pressed anything yet, so.
Oh, groovy. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not tripping.
Okay, well, if you don't hear it on the first spin and you just see me dancing, let me know and I'll fix it.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Okay, well, think hard about it, and we're going to go ahead and call our first winner.
Well, I may just want to see you dance without any music.
Yeah, I'll do that too. So, Eric, what do we say?
Spin that wheel.
Yes, here we go.
I see slow black spotted horse.
Yay, slow. So did you hear the music?
No, I'm joking. Yes.
Oh, I want. Okay. So we have one, and he's gonna get what card, Eric?
How about we do the Amazon card?
Awesome. Amazon goes to slow, $25. You'll be expecting that shortly. We have 3 more, so let's go ahead and choose the next winner. Eric, what do we say?
Spin that wheel.
Yay!
Cheryl
Martin, Tatavian tribal member and supporter for a long time. We've been doing this for already a year and a half, and she's been there from the start. Thank you, Cheryl Martin. You are going to receive a $25 gift card to
Target,
which is going to sponsor us soon. I don't know if they are, but
they should.
They should, right? Let's just put it out there in the universe. Okay, here we go. Eric?
Spin the wheel!
Yes!
Nathan Logan Sr.
Woo, boo, boo, boo. Nathan Logan, you are the winner of a $25 gift card to
Target.
Boo, boo, boo. Okay, we have one more. Eric, what do we say?
Spin the wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Spin the wheel. Shayla Helper Clements.
Yay, Shayla. Boo, boo, boo. And she wins a $25 gift card to
Amazon.
Boo, boo, boo. Yay. So we're going to go ahead and keep it moving along. So those are the things that happen when you register. You register, you get some prizes, and we're just excited to have you here.
So excited.
I just can't hide it.
I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Oh, yeah.
Eric, you're hilarious. You make
I'm
me
just
laugh all the
too much.
time.
I
I
know.
love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, you know, it's hard to be extra sometimes.
It is. It's a lot of energy, but
It
we got
is.
this. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and it's 11:51, and according to our schedule, which we have that we try to stick to.
Yes, very diligent.
Yes, we're going to go ahead and start us off in a good way. So, one of the good ways is giving back to our community with raffle and all of that great stuff. The other way that we're going to go ahead and do this is we're going to go ahead and, um, yay, say a little prayer about just because that's the way I was taught. We want to open up things in a good way. This right here is a little bit of California white sage that I was able to harvest locally in the Fernandino Tatavium areas. So thank you so much, Creator, for all of your many blessings. Thank you for the love that you've provided us. Creator, we come to you today with open hearts and open minds, thankful for the many blessings that you provide us on a minute, monthly, second basis, from the ability to walk, talk, be here today virtually, to laugh, to love, to hear what's going on in different communities, to provide you with strength, wellness, and a small amount of tradition, something that you can take home and learn from. May you continue to be blessed. May the Creator continue to keep you healthy, wealthy, and safe. And may we have a great day, a great minute, and a great week. Pila mayaye, gracias, etiahet, ajana slay, ajana slay, ajana slay, ajana slay. Amen. All righty.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and keep it moving right along. And Eric, you know what's
Yes.
next on the agenda?
I think you're going to tell me what's next.
Yes. So I have some questions. We're going to go back to this. We're going to talk about the scholarship. And I know that you stated that there isn't a lot that have applied, but some questions that I have about this is um, who does it apply to? Like California only, high school seniors, recent graduates. Can you explain a little bit to me?
Sure, why not? So, this scholarship is for folks who are going to be going to college. Okay, so we need to know that they are in a some sort of college or university. They can be a what you call it, graduated from high school already, and they've been accepted somewhere, and they can apply. They can be at a vocational school or a junior college. They can be at what you call it. They could be in a master's program or a professional school. Um, it's just trying to support folks in their educational career. Um, Another thing is that while the scholarship is geared mainly, I would say, to folks that are in California, it's not. We have made some exceptions in the past. Of course, this is all, I guess, in the scope and purview of the scholarship subcommittee that we have. It's their decision to make how they want to uh, help award. Generally, they try to award the most complete applications and then go from there based on, the merits, the GPA, and the need, or maybe the applicant is just so active in their school and their community, and that's a great. We want to support that, and our scholarships come in a few different varieties. So there's the Tomiar Rudy Ortega Senior Scholarship, which has been our main scholarship for quite some time, and sometimes we offer more than one of those scholarships per year, depending on the the strength of the applicant and the goodwill of the subcommittee, and and we definitely want people to apply to that. We have our Caitlin Gullion Memorial Scholarship, which is, I would say, more geared towards folks that are interested in pursuing careers in cultural resource management. Although that's a really big area of focus, so definitely don't think that you wouldn't be applicable for that. And then we have our newest scholarship, which is our Austin Martin Leadership Scholarship. It's and that helps to honor the memory of Tataviam citizen and tribal senator, who was very much a young leader in his community, and in that sort of memory, want to support young leaders, and hopefully they can apply and feel like they can be connected, to Austin Martin's legacy, right? And so we definitely encourage people to please apply to those scholarships, and feel like they can be, how do I say, definitely selected, that they have a chance. I think as long as folks take the time and effort, it's definitely will be considered. There are some years where we receive a handful of scholarship applicants, and there are some years where we receive 20 to 30 applicants or more. Now, a lot of those aren't complete. They're submitted at the last second, and hey, I've been guilty of procrastination. I have that procrastination.
Procrastination.
Procrastination. What? I know I live and breathe and sometimes bathe in procrastination. But I definitely encourage folks not to wait till the last minute, which is going to be in October. But here we are in August. You have all of August, you have all of September. There really is no excuse for you to be submitting in October. Although we will be seeing applications in October. And of course, a lot of folks, I know some schools, their academic year doesn't really start till the end of the month of September. So that's understandable. But, if you do hear this, and you know someone who is in university or going to go to university or college, or whatever we're going to call it, have them apply. Push them to apply. Push them. I mean, it's sometimes
support them, push them, encourage them. Let's use some healthy words as well. It's always great to encourage youth and individuals, because sometimes we are going through things and we might think that we're not worthy enough. But let me tell you, if you're going to school and you need money, then you are worthy. You are worthy. And we want to make sure to support you. Or Tachin and Pukuu want to make sure to support you. So we want to give you money. It's free money. All you got to do is fill out some paperwork and send it in. Send us some documents. Send to Pukuu some documents so we can give you $1,000. Who needs $1,000 to buy books? My sister.
I do like books, but yeah.
Yeah, books and other things that can help you. So make sure that you apply, and go to the pukuu.org.
Go to our website.
Go to the website, pukuu.org/scholarships to apply.
Yeah. I mean, and it's not that our website isn't too difficult to navigate. You'll see on the top of the page, there's the menu, and you just look for scholarships, and there you go. And there's the 3 scholarships that pop up. So, we try to make it as accessible as possible, and we have a long time for people to apply. And we're definitely here to answer questions if people have questions about the scholarships, in terms of what needs to be submitted, and what needs to be in a personal statement. There's a personal statement. We do ask for, it's not too long though, just something about yourself, something about leadership, or something about your role in the community, or something about how you're going to, or what you hope to use your academic career for in life, right? You want to become a nurse, you want to become a plumber, you want to become a lawyer, you want to be take over AC and Associates. Fine, hey, just write it up.
Yep.
Send it in.
Send it in. Send it in. Okay, so thank you all for listening to us talk and talk and talk. We're going to have some more talking, some more fun, some more raffles, so make sure to register. But right now, we're going to go ahead and bring on our next special guest, Jeremy and his wife, and I'm super excited to have them here. So if I had hand clapping sounds, I would do that. But Eric, here we go. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you guys first and foremost for welcoming us on. We're really excited to be a part of this and have the opportunity to share. Again, my name is Jeremy Fields from Thrive Unltd, and this is my wife, Collins.
Hello, everybody. Hamadakiapi, CP Fields, Imachiapi. I'm Lakota, my husband's Pani, and we work together as a collaborative effort with Thrive Unltd.
Mm-hmm. And just as an addition as well, as husband and wife, we do function here as part of the company, but we also do have other colleagues that participate as well in some of the other initiatives that we have along. So.
Nice. Thank you guys for being here. Our moderators are going to be putting up your information in our chat. So follow Thrive on all their socials. But we are so excited to have you here. We know that you guys are on tour, on an art tour. And we have invited you here because we saw some of your routes in California and thought maybe this would be a great place to let Indian country know what you're doing, where you're going to be at, and how they can get involved, and also purchasing merch from your stores. I've seen, I don't know if everybody else has seen, those amazing shirts that say "My Sister's Warrior," right?
Yes.
Yeah,
the red shirts with white lettering.
Yeah, absolutely. Those T-shirts are a part of a women's initiative that we have under Thrive Unltd, and we'll have Colin share a little bit more about that later on. But in regards to, again, the reason why we kind of ended up connecting was in regards to this mural tour that we've been doing throughout the state of California and then on up into Oregon. And we were contacted to partner with an organization known as Illuminative. Some of you might know who they are. They do a lot of amazing visibility work for Indian country, making sure that we're properly represented and advocating on behalf of equity for Indigenous people. And then also one of the other partnering organizations was the Urban Indian Health Institute out of Seattle. So they came together to create a campaign that's called For the Love of Our People. And I'll hold this up. This is some of the design work that we created. This is a sticker, but it's also here. I've got it on a T-shirt. And then one of the others that we have is just kind of looks like this. So these are the T-shirts that are available specifically for the campaign. They can be found on our website at www.thriveunltd.com. And that just kind of helps raise funds for the mural tour and just a way to kind of promote community health and wellness as well. But those are the partnering organizations, and they reached out to us to do some of the design work there again for the branding for the campaign. And last year, around the time when the election was coming around, we partnered with Illuminative on another mural tour that was centered around encouraging our Indigenous community involved.
Eric, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, I think we lost them.
Well,
can you hear them? I see them.
Yeah, I see them too. They froze.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, yeah. Everybody's little window went black. We were like, what happened? So, but yeah, back in the fall, we were doing another mural tour centered around the encouraging our Native communities to get out and vote and make voices heard. So when this campaign came around, they reached out to us again and said, hey, can we connect with you and have you do some public mural installations? And this time we were, directed in the area of California. So we put out the call and said, who has available walls? We've got, some murals to be placed. And as a result, Avril reached out and said, hey, we've got this going on as well. Would you guys like to be featured and kind of share a little bit about it? So we're really excited, really honored to be here today. So, but I'll kind of let my wife kind of tell about, some of the experiences that we had along the way. And then we've got a few pictures and some a couple of videos as well that we can kind of share from our creative processes. So,
okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing that, babe. Mm-hmm. So we started on the West Coast. We started in more Southern California, but we made our way up. So we kind of combined having like a family vacation and then also combining work with that. Mm-hmm. So we just made our way up in the West Coast. And I think we started in Salinas, right? Salinas, California. Incredible people. It's such a great sense of community and how everybody works together, takes care of each other. They really welcomed us in with open arms, had a space ready for us. And we talked with them a little bit about what we were doing. And that was to encourage our relatives to get out and get vaccinated. Because we know that, there's a lot of trauma, around vaccinations and as well as the government, but, we are in a time and place that it's important to be conscious, be aware, make some good choices, because we are the up and coming tradition. And it's important that we're still here to be able to pass on those stories, those teachings to our children, but we have to be here first, for that. So along with that, the people that we've linked up with, they've just really taken good care of, us and our family. They've provided us food, and it was so good and so welcoming. I can't wait to go back. And we received such an amazing response. People were like driving by and honking and asking us to come paint for them. Yeah. And we also had a group of youth who came out, and they were just blown away, and they were super excited. But in front of that mural itself, it got that group of youth talking and how they can make movements and change within their own communities, because in things that they do, they're also seen as leaders. So that felt really good. We were just all taking care of each other, and it felt like, man, this is how it should be. This is how we should be taking care of one another and supporting each other. And so after that, we moved on to our next place, and that was in Oakland?
Richmond.
Which mural was that?
That's the one at the health center.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Everything's been a whirlwind. So we went to Richmond, basically the same thing. We we were welcomed with open arms, greeted. We were just so well taken care of, had a lot of input from the community, the workers, really made a lot of great connections in how we can support them in their efforts in educating the people to get vaccinated. I know there's, once again, a lot of stigma around that, but we do want everybody to be safe and remain safe. And, once again, I just encourage everybody to do your research, ask your family members who have been vaccinated, and then make your own choice. But let's hope that those choices are good for you and your family. So we are going to be going up to Klamath Falls, Oregon. So we still have to head out there and do that one. But there's a lot of fires on the West Coast that kind of steered us back this way. But we're super excited to spread the word and the message again. And, I don't want to say that, we're trying to force anybody, you better go out there and get vaccinated, certainly make a good, healthy, conscious decision for yourself.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the point and purpose of the campaign is advocating for people to be well informed and do what you can within our communities to make sure that, especially our most vulnerable are protected. I know that throughout the past year in this pandemic, even just us as a family, we've lost more relatives than we can count on our hands, and that's tremendous. Where in the past it might be, one or two people that we lose in a year's time. The amount of grief and suffering that it's brought to our communities is kind of indescribable, and especially when we take into account the people around us as well that have lost relatives. It speaks to the importance of making sure that we take care of our communities, and of course being vaccinated is one of the ways, but just as well, we do recognize that there are vulnerable populations within our communities who just aren't able to take the vaccination because of pre-existing health conditions or maybe because of age and certain types of things like that. But it's just speaks even more to the importance of those of us who are available to kind of step into those roles of being able to protect, and being respectful of one another's choices and recognizing that, we all play a part, but at the same time, we all do ultimately have the decision to make for our own bodies and our own, health and well-being. So.
I love all the information that you guys are talking about, and the information of the different communities, because that's always how it's been. When we go back home or when we visit different communities, it's always wanting to make sure that our relatives are taken care of, they're fed, they have a good place to lay their head, they're given medicines and all those different types of things. So thank you guys for doing those different types of things. When you were on your tour, though, what I know that art plays a big part in what you do. So can you maybe talk about how art has been healing for different communities as well? Or, what types of where the thoughts of the mural came from, if you're getting community feedback.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I think art has been really powerful, and even just more so even in our own experience, in that we kind of create the concepts and we go to communities and we go through the process of painting the mural. But even that in itself, aside from the physical act of putting the paint on the wall, there's all of the relationships and interactions that are formed. And I think one of the most powerful things is just the kind of hope that it inspires in the community when something beautiful is being put in a space where there wasn't something before. I know that the mural that we placed in Salinas is on the side of a community, kind of like a corner store and bakery called La Michoacana, and it's something that's been in the area, kind of a staple in that community since the 70s. A family-owned business right there, and they've never had anything on the walls. And that was kind of some of the comments that we got, is like, finally we have something beautiful in our community. And the youth were saying, we don't have a lot of this around here. You go different places in California, they have murals everywhere, but for us, we don't have much. And they said, you're going to see a lot of people taking pictures in front of this, and that, that made us feel good, because we realized, even outside of this campaign and our immediate movements, we were creating some kind of a legacy there within the community that's going to be able to inspire hope. And for that mural especially, it was a real learning experience, because we weren't really familiar with the area, but luckily we were able to connect with some colleagues that we had ran into in the past that are from the area. So shout out to Laura and Chago. They were just absolutely invaluable in helping us pull this together. Chago is kind of somewhat of a local historian for the area, and he had so much cultural knowledge to be able to share, and he put so much into educating us about the traditional people of the land, the Ohlone and the Esselen tribes there, and kind of letting us know about different parts of their culture. So the mural in and of itself, it speaks to the Esselen creation story. So there's different elements of the animals that exist there within the creation story: the coyote, the eagle, and the hummingbird. Yeah. And then we put other elements there just from the local community, because now Salinas being one of the agricultural centers of the world in terms of where produce is grown and things, there are a lot of migrant indigenous people from south of the border that now make their home there. So one of those references to them is the monarch butterfly that actually makes its migration from their homeland to that area and back. So it was something that kind of spoke to their heritage as well. And then there was different elements that the family, the mother that actually founded the store, she said, I want one of the nopal cactuses. Yeah. So we put one of those up there with the cactus flowers and had the hummingbird, feeding out of it. So we tried to reach out to everything that was meaningful to the community, not only the traditional people of the land, but the other indigenous people that now make their home there. And we included one of the kind of I guess like a rendition of like one of the traditional Esselen women to kind of give a nod to the original peoples of the land. So it was an opportunity for us to learn, but to also continue to educate the public, because I know that there's a lot of people that really don't know much about the traditional people of the land, because they don't have such a dominant presence as they would in the past. Or like if you were to come to South Dakota, where the Lakota people have such a strong presence, there's no question about it. So we were really thankful to have that opportunity to put that in place in a space where oftentimes it gets overlooked or not acknowledged at all. So the murals that we created, we wanted to make them relevant to the community. So again, incorporating those elements. The other mural that we did in Richmond was kind of a similar thing. And that was an entirely different dynamic, because being in the Bay Area, there's such a melting pot of indigenous culture there. And it's such a, a much larger community, that there were so many stories that were brought into place and things that we didn't know. One of the individuals, his name was Ron, that worked there with the health center, I believe. And he shared a lot about the community, because he'd grown up there since he was a child. And one of the things that he was talking about that I was entirely unaware of in all of my back and forth to that place and people that I've known, was that there were a population of Acoma and Laguna Pueblo people that relocated to San Francisco area through the railroad. So as the railroad was being built through Pueblo country, they kind of made an agreement that, you can move over here, relocate, you'll have a job, and we'll help you get situated and things. So that was one of the things that we included. We kind of put some of their pottery design work in one of the backgrounds of the sky. And again, we incorporated the hummingbird, some of the white sage, the water, the waves, and then we included a Miwok traditional dancer as well. So again, we tried to pull from the old and the new, the traditional people to the present day, and everybody that kind of attributed to that community. Because they do serve such a large, broad population of different people. And we incorporated some of kind of like the plains floral work as well. Just because we know that we have relatives from all over, we tried to kind of put a broad array of things there. So that one was kind of an interesting piece, in that we created it on panels that's going to be placed up higher on their building when they have the opportunity to do so. But I can go ahead and share some of the pictures if that would be all right. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let me see here. Let me get situated. Share screen. Okay, let's see here.
Okay, can I share something while you're getting this?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. So in the arena of murals that we've been doing prior to us starting this tour, we went and did a mural and training there in Crow Creek, South Dakota, here in the homelands. And that was a mural that was centered around ideas that the youth wanted in their community. And in regards to healing, it was really powerful, because whether people realize it or not, but just like the repetition and the motion of painting and just focusing on that provides like mental stability for adults and youth. And it's really powerful, and in the midst of that, in the midst of these children painting, they are given the space to tell their story. And that's exactly what they did. And granted, the first day we had a bunch of youth, and the next day there was maybe a handful, but that handful that was there, took the opportunity to invest in the mural and also to share their stories. And I was really honored to have been able to be a part of that, or we have been. And it's really a amazing experience, because we do this as a family. We all jump on board, and we all know what needs to be done. But we also have a baby who's going to be 2 here in a few days, and we all just take turns. But she watches us too. She watches us, and every now and again she'll jump in there and grab one of the empty spray cans and go up and try to paint. So I don't know, we feel like we must be doing something right if she wants to be doing that too.
So I apologize. I'm having just a small issue sharing my screen. I've got to go in here into my system preferences real quick and change something. Do you all have any questions in the meantime?
Eric? Eric,
Yes,
do you have
yes.
questions? Eric's really good about questions.
Well, I don't know about that. I sometimes ask silly, inane questions, but I guess my question would be more about how do you, or have you been able to work with youth in regards to helping to encourage them to, be creative or how to find their voice or vision? A lot of our youth are actually very artistic and creative. So it's just a matter of Did you say Avril supporting them?
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering how has that come across in your work?
I would say we do a lot of these mural projects where we facilitate youth to help us along in the process. One of those ways being kind of going into the communities and working with the youth to take a look at what they see is needed in their communities and having them contribute to the design process. So that kind of gives them an opportunity to not only use their voice, but create some kind of lasting contribution in their community, whereas otherwise they may not necessarily find the means to be able to do that. And I think from experience, it's been something that has really let them, I guess, feel as like a contributing part of the community, whereas most times they just don't, like I said, don't really have a voice. So.
Thank you. I know that I myself also am doing a art and wellness workshop that's facilitated by a young youth. I had done a workshop for him and for a group, Tachint, who's actually coming on later. And we did dream boards, and this young individual was on his dream board, said that he wanted to teach an art class. And I am all about supporting people's dreams, because people have supported my crazy dreams, such as the show. So we actually were able to come up with a art class that's happening. He had one on Monday, and then his final one will be on the 13th. But just him showing how to make different designs, how to do different things. And one of the things that he did say was that this was his outlet. This is his thing that he turns to, for not necessarily mental health, but like to get out of, everything else. So I'm sure like art does that. I know when you were saying, how it does help with mental health, beading and just cultural things such as that have definitely been a help during COVID.
That is so incredibly true. And we've heard so many times how art, impacts us in every aspect. It brings out teachings, it brings out traditions and oral history. It really keeps us connected to our inner selves. Some of the things that we heard from a few of the youth that we worked with is it was their coping mechanism. And that was powerful, to hear that they found a healthy outlet for themselves, instead of maybe drugs or alcohol or whatever else it may be. One of our girls, she makes ribbon skirts, and that's her coping mechanism. And it's just really powerful how they're looking back to help them now, if that makes sense.
It does. It definitely does. I'm wearing one of my niece's creations. She made this bucket hat out of the scarves that are popular right now. So, I mean, there's art in different types of ways, from ribbon skirts to beading to drawing on paper, not illegally on the walls, but sometimes that's an outlet too.
So I have to apologize. We're not able to share our screen through here, but I'm going to see if I can bring up just the photo on my phone and see if it'll be something that we can see well enough here. There's some kind of setting that it's telling me I'm going to have to close down the browser completely in order to enable the sharing. So I don't want to do that and then lose connection. So, okay, here we go. So this is the mural that we did in in Salinas. Yeah, it's on the side of the La Michoacana corner store, so you can see the different elements that we were indicating there. And they gave us both the Spanish and the Esalen translation of "For the Love of Our People" that we put there. So you can kind of see all the different representations there. Let's see here. Let's grab the next photo here. Okay, here we go. And then this is one of the one section, the beginning section of the mural that we did in Richmond. So this is I guess the beginning section, which has the traditional dancer and then some of the design work there in the background, kind of referring to the California tribes. We included the oak leaves and the acorns, just as something that's a kind of a traditional food source and medicine for the people in the area. And then the blue there that's on the right of the screen is kind of the beginning of one of the ocean waves, so kind of referring to the water aspect of the land in that area. And then this is kind of like a longer shot of the rest of the mural. So on the left side there is the kind of the completion of the wave, and then kind of a rendition of the Pueblo pottery designs there in the background in the sky above the mountains. And then we've got the hummingbird there again feeding on one of the I can't remember what the name of that flower was, but it was something that's traditional to the area there that they said was really I guess kind of honored. So we kind of put those design elements in the back as well there, kind of for the area in general, then the white sage, and then those two kind of plains floral designs. And then off to the right there, it says "For the love of our people." And then we included the logo from the campaign there. So those were the two, that's the logo that's kind of included there. But those were the two murals that we were able to complete thus far. It was just a really amazing experience working with the community. Like Colin said, they took us in like family, treated us like family. And the beautiful thing about this as well was that it's not just her and I that are going along on this. It's us and our entire family. We have all of our daughters along with us, and everybody's contributing. And I think one of the things that, the communities have said is like, it's beautiful to see just the dynamic in which you guys work in terms of, having your entire family there contributing to something. They said that even that is something that just kind of brings a sense of hope and appreciation to be able to see that it's good to see Indigenous people doing good things in a healthy way, kind of thing, So we're looking forward to getting back to it. We've got one more to complete in Klamath Falls, and then along the way we've had a lot of people reach out wanting us to do something similar for them as individual programs or organizations and things. So there may be some more things coming along with it. But again, in regards to the campaign and the mural tour, you can find more information at www.4ourpeople.uihi.org. That's the one right there. So you can reach out to there, and there's ways that you can connect with them. And if it's something that you want to amplify in your community, or you feel like it's something that's going to be beneficial, you can reach out to them, make communication, and see what can be done there. Again, the T-shirts and the stickers, they're available. Oh, we also have a face mask as well that have the logo on it, available at our website at thriveunltd.com. And then definitely connect with us on our social media. In regards to that as well, one of the other major projects that we have going on right now is the My Sisters Are Warriors initiative that Avril had kind of referred to a little bit earlier. And I know a lot of people have seen the shirts. It's just a bold red shirt with the white print that says My Sisters Are Warriors. And we wanted it to be something very simple and bold that really brought a lot of attention and was just kind of a conversation starter without giving it too much direction, because that dialogue is really important, in the context of it. But I'll let Collins kind of explain a little bit more about that initiative and what it's about.
So the My Sisters Are Warriors is an initiative led by myself and my colleagues, Holiel Blafferty, April Holder, and Mikai Clark. We are 4 women from 4 very different backgrounds, but what brings us together is our love for our people, love for our women. We want to help our women step into those spaces of healing themselves and to be able to help them continue along in that journey in good, healthy ways. But also understanding healthy doesn't mean perfect, but it does, set a great example for our youth if we're able to start healing those wounds, being accountable to ourselves, being accountable to our future generations. We have a lot to change, and we have a lot to look forward to. And we're on this mission together to provide this for our women, led by women, to create those good spaces for them.
Yeah, absolutely. So that initiative was created last year, and we launched it literally about a week before the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
And we had this tremendous, schedule and plan of how we were going to have these in-person interactions and gatherings and things. And then that all kind of got wiped off the table once the the social distancing hit. So we've had to kind of adapt in the meantime, and we've done some kind of live conversations and things that go along with it. But as this new year is coming around and we're settling into the new normal, we've got a whole new plan that we're going to be rolling out here in the months to come. That's going to engage a lot more direct interaction with Collins and the rest of the ladies, and being able to share a lot of that insight. A little bit about where that initiative came from. A couple of years ago, I was traveling and doing work in communities. And one of the things that I noticed was the majority of the communities that I was working in, a lot of the positions that were advocating for change or really making movements within the community were held by women. They were bringing about a lot of the change and driving forward a lot of that effort. And in that process, I was fortunate to have some of their stories shared with me, and listening to their lives and the things that they've overcome and endured, And I remember there was a day as I was watching one of my sisters, she was taking care of her teenage son, and the thought came into my mind, like, I know the nature of work that she does and how dedicated she is, and seeing what it was that she was doing and the passion she had for her people, that phrase came to my mind, like, man, my sisters are warriors, like they really, get in and dig in deep and really just make things happen for our people, And that was something that I brought back around to the team here and said, what do you all think about this? Because this is what I'm seeing as a man, And it was something that brought a lot of accountability to myself as well, because I haven't always been the healthiest person. I'm still in my own processes of healing and overcoming trauma and understanding what healthy masculinity looks like, understanding what it means to be a stable and healthy father and husband. And that's something that's, I would say, largely challenging in Indigenous communities because of what historical trauma has done to us as a people as a whole, But that being said, it's not only something that is meant to empower and uplift our sisters and our mothers and our women, but it's also something intended to create a platform for us as men to be able to be there in a healthy and positive supporting role, other than just being a husband or whatever, but in general, looking back at our female population in our communities and being able to acknowledge and say, yes, we see what you've gone through. We see what the power is that you hold, and how can we help you to move forward in a positive way. I guess in relation to that as well, one of the things that came out of it was when this pandemic hit, we launched a podcast some months back called the New Tradition Podcast, and it can be found there on our website as well. And it's, predominantly myself and my wife, and we have guests on occasionally and just kind of talk about these issues that come along with the healing process and what does it look like to be in a healthy space for an Indigenous man or woman, in our age range. And if it's, we have elders on and different things, giving those kind of everyday perspectives of people. But one of the other things that spawned out of that was something that we created that was called the Brothers Keeper Edition. And it's something that for myself, I share a lot of my personal experiences as a man in my healing processes. And sometimes it's the difficult conversations that we're not able to have every day, that we're either embarrassed to kind of speak out about, or to be able to say, I went through something heavy. A lot of times as men, we kind of have this warrior mentality that we have to be unfeeling and we can't be compassionate or vulnerable, you know what I mean? But it's a really open and honest conversation about what it looks like in this learning process of becoming a healthy father, a healthy man, a healthy husband, a healthy brother, being able to lift myself and my family up out of this cycle of trauma, and then that's something also that Collins does on the sister side. But I just kind of wanted to touch on that in terms of the men that are out there, because I know that that's something that is very much needed in our communities. There are a lot of spaces where we are missing, either as just men in general in our communities, as protectors, as leaders, or as husbands and fathers, or even sons in a healthy space. I think a lot of times we learn how to carry those labels, but not necessarily the values that go along with them. We're not really sure how to fill those shoes. So that's one way that we reach out to try and empower that in our communities, because a lot of times I know growing up, I didn't know where to turn, to seek that kind of advice. It wasn't something that was coming directly from my father or men in my family, and I didn't know where to reach out or where to turn. But I think the more that we can provide those opportunities, the better off our communities are going to be, and I think to any of the other male relatives out there, that are in that process of trying to be in a better space in life, a more stable place in life, whether that's culturally speaking or as a family member or as a leader in the community, just to encourage you, one of the most valuable tools that you have is honesty, and being able to reach out and connect with people and have those genuine and honest conversations about, this is what I've been through, this is what I'm going through, and I could use some insight here, because once you do that, so many times we think that we're in those spaces alone and that we're the only one going through it. But the moment that you reach out and you open that conversation, you're going to find 2 and 3 other men that are going to turn around and respond. You really, me too. I thought I was the only one. Well, this is what worked for me, and this is what worked for me. This is what I'm going through, and this is what I'm utilizing right now. And that's when you see healing really begin to take place. I think we struggle way too much by isolating ourselves and trying to carry the weight alone when it wasn't intended to be that way. When we think back in our traditional roles and our traditional communities, we had societies. There were men's and women's societies, and that was one of the functions that they carried was being able to have ways to be able to accomplish certain things, but it was also kind of like a support group mentality where you were able to communicate with one another, learn from one another, help one another, and support one another along, and that's something that we still have a capability to do today. It's just in a different realm, but I would say, if there's things that you're looking for in terms of your own wellness, your, cultural well-being, spiritual well-being, don't be afraid to ask questions, reach out. That's the reason why it's there. There are people who are willing to help and to teach. And, at the same time, we're more than welcome to have you reach out to us via our social media. Tune into the podcast, check out the past episodes. We've had a lot of people reach out and say, this has been some life-changing conversations that you've had. It's things that have been on my mind, and things that really hit home. And I've happy cried so many times because of what I've heard, and you guys have helped so much and those kind of things. And it's just us, again, just kind of sharing our honest experiences and going through this process of life and growing up and learning and healing and things of that nature. So reach out to us. We're more than happy to help in any way that we possibly can. So
thank you so much for all of that great information. I mean, just you mentioning the thought process behind our Sisters of Warriors made me tear, because I could feel it. I can feel the love that you have. I can see the love that you have in your family. I've watched several of your podcasts, and I do have those happy tears. And, a lot of men, or a lot of people from the data that we collect are asking for traditional teachings. But, just you saying it's okay to ask for help or support is something that isn't necessarily said to a man or, to people. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all the things that you're doing in your own home, in your communities, and the communities in Indian country. We're so thankful that you can be here and join us. And we do encourage folks to reach out to both Jeremy and Collins and on the information that's provided, and hopefully we'll be able to see you back or your wife back with maybe a different teaching. But we're very thankful that you can be here. Eric, do you have any final words?
Just that the murals look great, and can't wait to see them live in person one day. And thank you so much for everything that you do. And I think you're touching the lives of many, many people, and it's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Hi, Sissy. How are you?
This is our youngest daughter, Iyotanla. So she's our little artist in training.
Nice to see you. Well, it was good visiting with you guys. Hopefully you'll be back and have a great continuing routes or I'm always thinking like concert route or whatever, but you guys are on tour, so hopefully our peeps out here will go out and check you out and visit your website. So
absolutely.
Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you all so much. You guys have a good rest of your day.
You as well. Bye. We'll see you. All right. So yay. That was some great information. I'm glad they were able to be on here. Peeps, if you guys want to go ahead and check out their socials and their website, please do so. We're going to go ahead and have a spin the wheel or raffle.
Yes.
Okay. And then we'll bring on our next guest. Thanks, guys, for all listening. Eric, I know that you are also a great individual. And you're going to say, what? Wait, let me make sure that I have the music on.
Spin that wheel.
Hold on.
Spin that wheel. Please.
Spin that. I want to make sure I have the music on. Wheel.
Looks like Joan Venezuela.
Yay, Joan Venezuela. Boo, boo, boo. You just won a gift card to
Target.
Target. All right, Eric, here we go.
Spin the wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Jonathan Orozco.
Boo, boo, boo. Jonathan Orozco, you just won yourself a
Amazon card.
Amazon card, and we're doing 5, so we have 3 more to go. Here we go.
Terry Rios.
Woo, Terry Rios. Boo, boo, boo. You just won yourself a
Target card.
Target card. Let's shuffle this up a little bit. Shuffle, shuffle,
Go
shuffle.
shuffle.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And here we go.
Cynthia Cepeda.
Cynthia Zepeda. Boo, boo, boo. You just won yourself a
Amazon card.
Amazon card. All right. We have one more. How many more do we have?
One more.
One more. Here we go.
Brenda George.
Brenda George. Boo, boo, boo. Thank you for registering. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing us to give back, community give back. We're going to go ahead and move right on to our next guest. The wonderful, the amazing, the beautiful, and I recently found out she's a singer. So maybe she'll sing for us. I don't know if she will. I don't want to put her on the spot or anything. But we're going to go ahead and bring her on. Eric, do you want to introduce her?
Sure. She is the so much energy, so much knowledge, wisdom, guiding us forward in the pursuit of touching youth empowerment goodness. Our program coordinator, Carrie Castro.
Carrie Castro.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Avril.
Hello,
Eric.
beautiful. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for the invitation. I appreciate it. So I am joining you from my home in Tataviam territory. As you mentioned, I am the program coordinator for Tuchint. Just a little bit about my background. So I am of Mexican and Ahashman, also known as Juaneño Band of Mission Indians descent, also from the Opata Nation in Sonora, Mexico. And my background, I came to Tuchint actually when it started in 2019. And my background has been as an educator. A social studies teacher, I've taught, and a school librarian. So I've taught I taught here in Los Angeles, taught at the Santa Fe Indian School in New Mexico, and taught a variety of subjects. And when I moved back to California, for family reasons, I heard about this new program, this new diversion program that was starting in the city of San Fernando, where I'm from. And it immediately caught my attention, and I had been working a little bit with doing some work with the Tataviam tribe, and so I applied for the position, and it really has been a great experience. So what I'm here today is to talk about our program and how it brings wellness and healing to youth in our community here in the Northeast San Fernando Valley, but also even in LA area. We have youth mainly from San Fernando Valley, but also Antelope Valley and different parts of Los Angeles, all the way to Long Beach. So our program is becoming, it's growing. And what I like about it, besides being a diversion program, which is very important, what makes our program unique is that we use indigenous knowledge and teachings and the medicine wheel concepts of mind, body, spirit, and emotions to bring about holistic healing and promote wellness to youth in our community. And our youth, like us adults, are recovering from generational trauma, that loss and erasure of our indigenous identity, and that feeling of disconnectedness. I know as a teen, I went through a lot of struggles and issues of identity and wanting to know more about my indigenous roots, and feeling disconnected in the city and the suburbs. And so this is the type of program I wish would have been available when I was young. I was in Indian education, in LA Unified School, and that was good, but it wasn't enough. So I like what Tuchint brings to the table. So our three goals are to increase academic achievement, to increase cultural and community engagement and connectedness, and to defer youth from school discipline or the juvenile justice system, just to keep them on a good road. And we do this through offering tutoring. We have tutoring twice a week, and we have awesome tutors. Thanks to Eric Sanchez and his involvement at UCLA. We have awesome UCLA tutors from the American Indian Recruitment Program. We offer cultural and recreational programs, and our cultural programs, we bring in local indigenous presenters and community activists such as Avril. Avril's one of our regular presenters, and she brings a lot of different topics and workshops to our youth, and it just really helps to bring these community people, because the kids really resonate with these people. It could be their aunt or their uncles, or this feeling of connecting with the presenters, those people that are sharing their knowledge. You have to kind of have some kind of a connection, or kids are just going to tune out. So we appreciate our presenters. And again, Eric and Avril are always good about giving us names and giving us contacts. So we have that. We also have a grant. Again, we have a new grant that Eric and our operations manager, Robin Gomez, secured a grant with the California State Parks. And that allows us to pay to take participants and families to state parks and beaches and historic sites. And that has proven very popular and a big draw during the pandemic, because we've been inside, we've been isolated and climbing the walls. And now we have this opportunity to get outdoors and reconnect with nature. And at the same time, we are able to have presenters at those different sites. So we're learning, cultural teachings. So those have been very popular. And one of the outdoor events that we took part in, and it's kind of an example of everything that our program is about, is that we attended an event that was the Lumi Totem Pole, the Red Road to DC, on their tour across the United States. We were able to meet and have ceremony with the totem pole in Fraser Park, California, which is just north of the San Fernando Valley. So that was back in June. And we were invited to that event by a gentleman named Alan Salazar. And Alan is a Tataviam and Chumash elder who also works with our program. He's one of our, on our advisory council. He also is one of our regular presenters, and he invited us to attend, and we jumped at the opportunity. I had been hearing about this Red Road to DC and the message that it was bringing, and I thought this is a great opportunity for Tuchint youth. So a number of us went. We all, we had our shirts on. We were prepared. We prior to that event, we had met Alan at Placerita Canyon State Park up here in Santa Clarita, and there he spent the afternoon teaching us and teaching our youth how to make seaweed rattles. Here in California, we use rattles for our musical accompaniment, and so this actually was made by my granddaughter. So we made these rattles, and he and another tribal member had taught our youth a welcome song, a Tataviam welcome song, and how to use the rattle to accompany that song. And I can't sing it, and I won't sing right now. I can sing it with the group, but anyway. So I told the youth, take your rattles, and we're going to sing this song. And so we met at this beautiful location, this ranch, outdoors, beautiful California day. We were surrounded by mountains. There was a group of Lumi tribal members that were accompanying the totem pole. There was a number of Tataviam tribal members, other community members that were in attendance. So we all met up at this beautiful ranch. What also is dotted, there's lakes. It was a beautiful place. So the whole atmosphere was very beautiful, and it was a great, like a community event, a coming together of Indigenous people. And our youth were able to sing along. And right away they pulled out their rattle and they just started. And I was really shocked as a teacher and as a chaperone and a sponsor. Usually for any kind of performance or singing, you usually have to really get on the kids to come on and sit up straight. Nothing. I just showed up and sat, and they pulled out the rattle. They started really singing, and I was like in shock. But it all ties into what we're teaching and their engagement, and it all made sense to them. So they were singing, and not just to that one song that they knew. They were going for at least, I don't know, half an hour, an hour, with other singers. They were accompanying them. And they listened to a variety of speakers. So the Lumi that came also, talked about the issues that are affecting their communities, Native communities across the country, and all the symbols that they were incorporating, or that were incorporated into this particular totem that they were gifting to the Biden administration. So it was like a history lesson. And I'm a history person, so I was just like, yeah. And it's topics that we have also brought up, but again, just hearing it again, and hearing it from different people, and hearing it from a tribe, in a different area. Our youth were really, it was just a great lesson. It was just a great experience. And it was just, for me, just watching was a great experience. And then, they got to hear about these critical issues affecting Native communities, such as the need to protect Native lands and maintain our water rights. They talked about missing and murdered Indigenous women. They talked about the plight of undocumented children being imprisoned along the border, and all that symbolism was incorporated in the designs. So once they were done, we did get to go up and circle the totem. We could touch it, we could feel it, we could see it, and it's a massive art piece. It's a massive symbol. So that was really great. And also we had a blanket to present. So we picked out certain representatives of our program to make a to go up and present. Some gave a gift of tobacco, and that was also a learning experience. What's a traditional way to honor and to share and to acknowledge our guests? So they did that, and then in return, the Lumi gifted one of our participants with the blanket, and honored her and her family for coming out, and so it was just amazing. And to me, that was like a physical manifestation of everything we talk about in Tuchin, especially the indigenous connection to the land and to each other. So that was just very successful. And that happens a lot in this program because of the people, I guess, we bring in, hopefully the good energy, the good intention that we want for these young people. Sometimes, it's just magical when we do get together and we are able to experience these types of gatherings. And I'm thankful to Eric and for spearheading the development of this program. And it is something new, and I feel, of course, I'm prejudiced. I feel it's very successful. It's small baby steps. We are growing. We will be next week. We will be culminating our current group of youth. So we have 6-month cohorts, and we're about to end with our 4th cohort. We will have a culmination rite of passage ceremony. And when this program was developed, having that rite of passage was a very important element of the program. I don't know, Eric, if you want to talk about why that was important to include. And then I could just talk about a little bit more about it, what it is.
Well, quickly, I'd say that we want to recognize people and our youth for their accomplishments. We want them to feel included in the community. We want them to be celebrated, right? So this rite of passage helps to do all these things all at once. They get lessons from speakers. I know we have a few doctors, professors that talk and love to share some of their experiences and how youth can be leaders in different capacities, how they can follow their dreams and accomplish much, and how they know that they are supported, that they have a group of people around them now that can support them and mentor them, that can provide advice, or even just like a "you can do it" thing. You have confidence, right? Which is the big thing. We want people to feel confident and connected, and in doing so, youth will, we hope, feel strong and empowered and make choices that are appropriate for them, and will lead them to success in whatever pathway that they want to follow.
Yes. So yeah, and it is a welcoming them into the community as a young adult, as a future leader, as a social justice leader, all those good things. And we will be starting a new cohort 5 in September. So if anyone out there is interested, you have younger siblings or children, nieces, nephews, and you're interested, we do have a online referral form that you can fill out. It takes 5 minutes. And there's our website. So you could find that referral on our website. You could also, on our website, you would have our office phone number. You can email me with any questions or concerns. And we look forward to working with more youth. And it's been a great journey. And we are always looking for youth who would like to join us on that journey. So thank you, Avril, for allowing me to share and be here. And Eric, and everyone out there watching, hope you have a great afternoon. And I love these wellness hours. They're very empowering. So thank you.
Thank you for being here. And I know that you mentioned that you have a new cohort. What number is this cohort?
This is number 5. And I don't know if I said it, but we are a 6-month program. So we'll run, this one will be from September to February of 2022.
Awesome. And I know that some of the classes And some of the adventures, not only the totem pole, but the summer adventures were amazing. And I know that you guys go hiking when it's safe. I know that you guys are very up to date on CDCs and temperatures and, all of that. So thank you for all that you do, because I know that even in times when we need to feel empowered, I think we get a lot of empowerment from the kids as well. I mean, I definitely get a lot of empowerment from them, just knowing that they want to keep coming back. And whether it be 3 or 4 or, the 15 or whatever happens, I'm just really glad that you guys offer this, because like you said, it wasn't around, but it's around now. So if you are in the area, I know you guys service San Fernando, Los Angeles.
Yes,
right?
We are right now. Our summer program was hybrid, and I'm sure cohort 5 will be, which means we do offer. Well, right now most programming is online. We will try to have some in person, but as things progress and don't seem to be getting better, we may just be strictly online. But we do have those occasional weekend outings, and those we do, the social distancing, we're outdoors, all that kind of, we do take many precautions. We have safety check-ins, but it is good to get outside and get moving too. So that's part of our wellness and part of our healing.
Yes, it is. So thank you so much, Carrie, for, being here, continuing to empower those young people. And myself, I'm always thankful that you're supportive and happy and, always outreach to me for different things. And if you are a cultural bearer, or if you have teachings that you want to offer, I know, Carrie, you're always looking for new, fresh individuals. So please contact Carrie. There's different things that I've been able to teach to the kids, but Carrie is amazing at directing you also on the different types of skills. So if you are interested, Carrie, I'm going to just throw your stuff out there so people can contact you. So we're going to go ahead and actually end, because we're at 1:00. We're a little bit over, but we're going to go ahead and do our last wheel, because I know that we have 5 more prizes. Carrie, you want to stay on with me till the end?
Yeah, I want to do this while you're doing the music.
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. You could be my my fly girl, my backup girl. So we have 3 Amazon and 2 Target left. We're going to do the first 3 all Amazon. So don't forget to, if you haven't already, sign up on Amazon Smiles and choose Pukuu as your nonprofit. And some of those things that you purchase, some couple cents will go back to Pukuu. So we're going to go ahead and start this wheel. Carrie, you want to tell me what to do? Spin that wheel.
Just spin that wheel. Spin that wheel.
Let me see if you hear music. Let me make sure that there's music. Just a moment. I'm so sorry. I just want to make sure that you can dance and hear it. I usually
well, if it's okay, I we don't need the music. I'll just
okay.
I don't need much encouragement.
Okay, here we go.
Spin that wheel.
Yay! The winner is Maximus Ortegas. Boo, boo, boo. Okay, we're going to go ahead and keep spinning that wheel. We have 4 more left. So here we go. Yay! The next winner is Jessica Naba. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for registering. We're going to go ahead and keep it going. We have 3 left. So we're going to shuffle it up a little bit, and here we go. Yes! Martin Orozco, you're the winner of a Amazon card. The last two that we're
Nice.
going to be calling are for Target cards. So we have 2 more left. Let's shuffle this up a little bit. And here we go. Yay, May Ortega, you're the winner of a Target card. We have 1 more. We'll go ahead and shuffle this up a little bit and call our last card. Here we go. Vicky Reyes. Thank you all for joining us. We are so thankful that you are here, that you are present with us. Please remember that our next event is going to be on August 25th. And you can register at Pukuu Wellness August 25th, bit.ly Pukuu Wellness August 25th. You do get a chance to win some prizes. In the past, we have sent out shirts, masks, and all other swag to people that signed up to the first 50. That might happen again. So make sure that you register and come back and watch us. And if you're not available during the day, you can always rewatch us through Facebook Live, through YouTube, AC and Associates page, and now we're on Twitch. So hello, everybody on the Twitch side. We're glad that you can join us. Carrie, thank you so much for being here again. We are thankful that you guys all can be here, and we will definitely see you soon, Carrie, and we'll see everybody else soon. So stay safe, wear your mask, stay inside, and make sure to wash your hands with your hand sanitizer and or whatever, soap and water, but just stay safe. Thank you guys for being here. Well, Carrie, you have anything you want to say?
Just again, goodbye. Thank you for doing all this good work, Avril. And it's exciting to have this during the day and have something to look forward to. So kudos to you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.